we got to talk about Outlander. Um, I don't think I knew what it was going to feel like, knowing that today is the series finale and how that was going to end until it was over. You know, these characters felt like family. They felt like souls we got to walk beside on their journey. We got to be a part of their journey. And, you know, they felt like part of us. And I think that's because there's a part of us that we see in these characters. And these were souls that we got to walk by and beside for the last decade and some change. And it's not just Jamie and Claire, even though they're the main ones that started it all for us. You know, they're the whole reason why Outlander even is. It's Youngie and Murray going from being this wild, feral, sweet boy living at home with Jenny and Ian, and him growing into this man and helping his uncle and becoming like a son to his uncle. And it's Jenny being the mother and the sister that held her family together. It's the type of bond and love she had for her kin that most of us will never experience in life, because that kind of loyalty and respect, that kind of love, doesn't even exist anymore. And Marta Fitzgibbon. Marta Fitzgibbon's Fraser. I don't think any of us are still over losing him. That was a loss that really took a toll on a lot of the fan base. A lot of the people that love the story, a lot of the people that, you know, have been following from the very beginning. You know, and then there's Lord John Gray, loving people with such loyalty, loving Jamie with such loyalty, loving Claire, even though his loyalty to Claire wasn't quite as much as it was Jamie's, but still. And then him loving William the way he did. Watching him love with such fierceness and loyalty that it hurt to watch. And then we have William Ransom trying to figure out who he is, where he came from, where does he belong, what's his purpose. We watch him go from hating his father to wanting a relationship with him. And then Brianna Fraser McKenzie and Roger McKenzie building a life in between two worlds. And what we don't realize is, while they were going through battles and heartache and loss, a lot of us were going through the same thing. And they were there for us. Their story was there for us. So when I watched the finale today, I think that's why it hurt. Because these weren't just regular characters. These were people that came into our homes. And regardless whether it was on a TV screen or not, these are people that we felt like we had shared life with. And again, I think that's what hurts so much, because I feel like when stories so epic and iconic as Outlander end, for the fans, it doesn't feel like a finale. It feels like part of us has ended with them. And it's hard to accept that. Yeah, we can watch reruns, but it's not the same. Sam Heughan was actually in my city, I think about a year ago, when he was signing Sassenach bottles at one of the liquor stores up in the upper end of town. And I wish I would have been able to go and meet him. Unfortunately, I didn't. But when I think about Jamie and Claire Fraser, it hurts my heart to know that we're not going to see them on the screen like that anymore. It hurts to know that there won't be another season. There won't be okay, well, last season this happened. Let's see what's going to happen this season. Is it going to get fixed? Is this going to be better? Is this going to happen? I wish, part of me wishes that they would have brought William and Jamie together a couple seasons ago, because I think, it would have given him time to make that bond with his father, because it would have been nice to see William on the battlefield with his father, and on the ridge with Brianna and Fanny and Roger and young Ian and everyone.